So this is my new creative journal, bullet journal. So I've thought a little bit about my whole planner thing and how I'm using all of my planners and all of that jazz. And I've come to the realization that while I do really adore the hobonichis, I'm not using them to the best of my ability, to the best of their ability. So, and there are things that I need in a planner that I can't really get in them. So, I think I will still be purchasing a weeks for the upcoming year for 2020. But that's going to be more of my like pretty planning, despite the fact that this is really ridiculously decorative. I literally have only decorated October. I haven't even decorated my opening pages, just October. And it's already starting to puff out. Are we going to have a small visitor? I don't know if you can see. Yeah. I like how you managed to just walk so you wouldn't get in frame. Tiny ninja. Anyway, yeah. Anyway, so there's that. So you're going to still see Hobonichi Weeks plan with me's as long as I have sticker kits. If I don't have sticker kits, I'm not gonna put anything in there. Like, that's just how it is. This may change if I do eventually get a job. You know, the Hobonichi Weeks is a really excellent on-the-go planner. While I don't think A5 is a particularly large notebook size, this is what this is. This is the Midori MD in the A5 with a grid. I feel like, you know, the wallet-sized Hobonichi Weeks would be a lot better for me. But anyway, so as I said, oh man, these washi-based ones do not want to stay down. I've had like 4 of them peel up already. Yeah. The ones on the inside are fine. Anyway, so I haven't really decorated my opening pages, my collections. So this is just a tour at this point, because it took me a really long time to decide what all I wanted to put in here and a couple of other things. We've got some blank pages. I don't know if I'm going to use them for an index. I don't really like the index thing. I forgot to number my pages. We have a wish list. See, I've just written the title in and then dividers, and then I've penciled in some things. And then my sewing projects. I don't have a sewing machine yet, so this one is like, may not actually be helpful at all, because I don't know if I will be getting a sewing machine in the life of this journal. My last Midori MD lasted me from June to September, so June, July, August, September, so 4 months. This one, I don't know how long it's gonna last me, but we'll see. But basically how this works is, across here I write down the project. So like I have, it says Reformation, but it's actually Reformed is the brand of this jumpsuit that I really love. So I've already traced the pattern, technically made a mock-up, and I've technically made a fitting because I traced the pattern. Professional sewing people, I know I should still make a mock-up and do a fitting, but and then like lace bralettes and circle skirts. I know how to make both of those things. It's just that I want to make more of those things for my closet. I also want to try making bras, because I've never made like an actual bra. I just feel like that would be really fun, even though I don't wear actual bras anymore. But all of these across here are get pattern, get fabric, mock-up, fitting, iron the fabric, cut the pattern, cut fabric, sew, and then finishings. And actually, technically, because it was a traced pattern, I have also cut the pattern on this reformed jumpsuit. And then I've just left myself a lot of space for that. I haven't even drawn in the lines because that's like a lot of gridding and I don't feel up to it. Office DIYs, I had the desk in here because I was going to make a filing cabinet desk. And then I went to the thrift store that is right around the corner from our new apartment. This is my last full day in this apartment, by the way. Hopefully we will have better lighting in the new place. But I actually found a desk, a really, really nice desk. It's like, I think it's at least a foot longer than the current desk I have, and my current desk is about 3 feet wide. And then it comes with a matching dresser kind of thing. So it comes with a lot of storage. It's really, really nice. It's almost black though, so we'll see how the lighting works on that. And then we have bedroom DIYs. Don't really have anything for this one yet because I don't really know what size bed we're gonna have, blah blah blah. Like, something I want to do is I want to make a headboard, and I want to make sure that like the cushiony headboard half is tall enough for my fiance to lean against and not hit his head, and then make shelves, or not have a headboard and paint the wall where a headboard would be a darker blue color and then paint stars on it. I think that would be really nice, but either way. And then my denim jacket, I already have, this was like a 3 a.m. I have to write this idea down before my brain loses it kind of thing. So it's my pronouns, so it's they, them, with flowers all around it, and the flowers around it are things that mean things to me, and it's that negative space style of embroidery. And I was just kind of playing around with the level of flourishiness and like how much I can connect everything in. I'm not entirely sure if I like this, but I'll play around with it. This is going to go on the left upper breast area above the pocket on my denim jacket. Morning routine, evening routine. I've set my morning routine into stone because one of my October goals is to actually have a morning routine, actually start that. Evening routine is November's goal. And then, oh, I forgot to cross my T. Oops. Hair routine and skincare routine I've also nailed down pretty well, because this is what I've been trying to do basically this whole year, my self-care routine. But getting this nailed down is December and onwards. So I'm giving each month for the last quarter of 2019 a very big goal to set in a particular routine. And then watercolor palettes and wish lists of watercolors, because I like brands like Holbein, I don't know, you guys know how to pronounce that, and Daniel Smith and Hydrocolor, and other handmade brands that are either hard to get a hold of unless you are following that maker's social media presence and like all up on their posting schedule and their like sales schedule, or are just generally relatively expensive, like the Daniel Smith are. But I have loved Daniel Smith since I was pretty young, partially because I'm from Washington State and Daniel Smith is also from Washington State. And then I haven't tried anything from Holbein yet, but apparently Hayao Miyazaki, the main dude for Studio Ghibli? I don't know. Which pronunciation would you like? The American one or the more Japanese one? Tell me. Apparently his watercolor palette is Holbein paints, and I kind of have this cheeky idea to assemble his palette in the Holbein, use them for like a month or so, and then try and dupe that in Daniel Smith and maybe some other brands as well, so maybe a slightly more affordable brand at some point. And then my TBR, which, dear Lord, I have been doing awful on reading things. Like, I've been trying to read Kamikaze Girl since my birthday, And Kamikaze Girls is one of my favorite novels, and I just haven't been able to like read more than 3 or 4 pages a week, and I'm like, what am I doing with my time? Oh, I'm crocheting, and I can't crochet and read because I have to look at it, but I can watch YouTube while I crochet. And then we have October. October is, I was thinking it was gonna be like witchy botanicals and like scrapbooky grimoire sort of style. I'm not entirely sure if I got there. I'm really not. So over here is my at a glance calendar. The dates are in there. And also stars for all of these events and important dates are also in there. But they're in there with my gold pen, and it just did not show up very well. I was using the Zebra Sarasa clip in gold. And I'm thinking I'm going to have to go to Michael's and pick up the Sakura, the jelly roll in gold, to have that actually show up over here. I feel like it's the boldness of the line that made it not show up, not necessarily like the ink, because like the Sarasa showed up fine on paper, and like when I added in details for the lavender there, I don't know if you can really see that. When we flip it over, I have my goals and my to-do list, and then we have my habits. So this one here, this column is everything that consists of my morning routine, and we have my habits, and I still have an empty space for my habits because I feel like there are things that I want to keep track of that I am just not remembering right now. So probably like halfway through the month, I'm gonna be like, you know what, I need to keep track of taking the garbage out or something like that. There's the bean. Young lady. So I have a little rose over here, all of the scrapbook papers in here that are specifically Halloween-y, or even like this one here, were all from last year's, stop that. She was trying to steal a washi tape roll. She loves to play with washi tape. It's hilarious. Were all from my A5 rings setup last year. These ones, the ones that are like word pieces here, or the wood grain with the newsprint laid over top, were actually from leftovers from making my mom's traveler's notebook, which I filmed and then promptly lost the film of, and then she was unable to film it, and I don't even know if she's using it anymore. I need to talk to her about that. So here's a little rose that I just doodled on some light purple paper and then colored in. And then we have my sleep tracker, and then a sleep potion. It's golden milk. It doesn't really put me to sleep, and I drink it more for the turmeric's joint benefits. But my roommate, on the other hand, every single time I make her this, out. She calls it nap nap milk. It's so entertaining to me. And then this stuff here, every place I have it, because I have it here as well as an overlay. This is actually the paper that comes wrapped around the MD notebook. My Samhain Catherine plans. At this point, I think I'm just going to be making a nice pot of tea for myself and drawing some cards. Maybe I'll try and Skype my friends and pull some cards for them, because it's been, I think the last time I pulled cards for my friends was Halloween 2 or 3 years ago. Yeah. And then we go into weekly things. Now, I set these up not really thinking about it, like thinking like I was going to use this as my main planner. So I have Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. I also totally bungled the dates, and that's why this washi tape is everywhere. If it looks really out of place, that's because it is really out of place. I really bungled the dates. And then this was also a date bungling. This one I'm not entirely sure if this is gonna be a lot of space for me because this was supposed to be my actual journal. Oh, pardon me, I have hiccups as well, but I'm also only writing like the big thing I do every day right now in my previous one, the one I'm still in for September. There's that, and then we have a full page spread for the full moon. We have some layered paper pieces, some cutout paper pieces. There is that little rice paper covering right here, but I didn't put anything that you could really see it. And then I drew this little like echinacea doodle, and then I wanted to put it underneath of this, but the glue had already dried down so hard that I could not pull it back up, and I was really bummed. And then we have, yeah. And then here I go back to the like approximately 2 days per page sort of thing. Very, very scrapbooky. Very, not exactly the most useful, but is very, very cute, and I will have a lot of fun using it. These 2 pages, like this spread, I feel like needs more than just these flips. But I also I love this pattern so much that I don't really want to cover it up too much. So I might just go in with my watercolors and watercolor right on the paper and just make it more that way. I forgot to leave extra space for the new moon, for a bit of journaling. But I have this really bad habit of doing a lot less for the new moon. If I do a big thing for the full moon, it's like only one of them gets a lot each month, and it's really bad. More of that cellophane type paper. And then we have the last spread, and it is the 30th and the 31st. I don't know if my pen was actually dying or if it was because there were glue smears everywhere that my pen was dying. And then I lost lettering chicken as well. So there's that. That is my bullet journal for next month, my new bullet journal. Oh, also, October starts in Libra and the sun enters Scorpio during. If you're wondering at the colors here, I'm not explaining it, but if you know, you know. Yeah, if you know, you know. Have a good day, guys. I will try to link what I can. Mostly it's gonna wind up being like the notebook itself and the pens. Because all of this paper, like the more heavy duty scrapbook cardstock paper, was from last year's Halloween. And I don't really know if Michael's repeats Halloween. Like the washi tape I had was also last year's Halloween or clearance bin washi. This stuff was from, they're like loose one singular sheet. So was this purple geode, but I haven't seen the purple geode since then. Like I actually tried to find, because when I bought the purple geode initially, they had a whole bunch of different other colors of geodes as well. And when I went to do my mom's, I tried to find a green geode and they didn't have any geodes. This is one of those like sort of standard ones, just like this wood grain. I find this one there all the time. This is one of my favorite paper prints of theirs, so I find this all the time. This one, probably still there. I think it's Shakespeare, but don't quote me. But at some moments it looks like it's Shakespeare. The cover is just a sticker collage, and my little charm is an old phone charm my mom got me. Alright, see ya!